Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. First thing I want to say is be sure and subscribe. If you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Now, in our last two videos, we've taken this motor down to this point. This is a 97 Harley Evolution motor. And we took the top end off. We took everything out of the cam chest. I left one piston here so we could remove it. And after we get this piston off, we're going to get the pinion gear off and the oil pump off, and we'll be ready to split the cases. So let me get this. This is a wrist pin remover, and I've already taken one keeper out of the right side of the motor. And get this all on here. This wrist pin remover has been modified for other motors, so it's not the easiest to use, but I'll get a new one someday. So here we go. And we'll get this piston removed. And here comes the wrist pin. I can feel it coming out. And here it comes. Actually, it's free now. All I need to do is get the end back off of it. There it is. Okay. And there it is. So we have that piston, and we should mark it front. That is the front piston. Okay, get this remover out of the way. Left-hand thread. And now I've already cracked this nut loose here on the pinion gear. And we can remove the nut, the pinion gear, and the oil pump drive gear here. So we can set that aside. That over there in the box of parts again. And now what we want to remove is, I have to put my glasses on to see this one. Right down in here, we want to remove this little keeper on the oil pump gear. That snap ring off of there, and there it is. I'd have to move this thing around a little bit. And there it is. Now with that snap ring removed, the oil pump gear should pull right off of there. I say should. Maybe we need to tap it off with something. Like maybe the aluminum drift I had laying here. I don't see it, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll get a screwdriver in there. Maybe we'll tap it with this drift here. I think it's moving. Yeah, it is. Good deal. Okay, now we can remove the oil pump. Now, it's always a good idea, before you remove the oil pump, to get these plugs, these two plugs here, loose, because it's a lot easier to loosen them when the motor's holding the oil pump for you. So we'll get these screws out of the oil pump. And remove it as one unit. Here we have those two loose. There are 6 bolts that hold the oil pump body onto the crankcase. So, there they are. There's all 6 bolts. And the pump is ready to come off. Might have to pry it a little bit here against the case, but there it is. See it letting loose of its gaskets here. And we're going to get that gear off of the pump, which doesn't seem to want to come off real easy. I think the cover just came off. I don't know where it went. Well, there it is. How embarrassing. I don't think we heard it, but there it is. That being said, we will disassemble this pump to get it off. Or not. I really wanted to take it off in one piece, but the gear does not seem to want to slide off of there. Maybe something smaller. You know, I think I will leave that pump on the case and get it off later. So, that being said, I think that's what we'll do, because I really don't want to hurt it. So what we're going to do is, yeah, there it goes. There it goes. I didn't think it was going to come that easy, but it is. There it goes. Don't want to hurt that bushing in there. And don't want to hurt the pump. So, that being said, I think we'll let it go right there for now till we get the cases split. But what we're going to do is we're going to lay the cases on their side and we're going to take the right case off. So I think we'll do that in our next video. I guess what we ought to do is finish up getting the case studs out. The bottom studs down here are alignment studs. And if you're going to hit them out with a drift, you want to use a drift that's small enough that you just hit that stud in the very end. You don't want to mess up the threads because you're going to reuse these studs. All of the other studs I had already taken out prior to the video so as to not take up too much time doing it. So that being said, we're ready to lay the motor on its side and remove the right case. So that kind of ends this video for now. We'll get this gear off of here and get ready to pull the right case. So that does it for now. In our next video, we'll split the cases. So until then, see you out on the road.